Council on report on progress in terms of key developments. And one of the key areas was around the improving governance changes, which includes the constituency committees that I referred to, and changes to scrutiny and some changes to the way the council works. And we had a good discussion in terms of those changes that were proposed. We were also provided with the initial findings of the recent peer challenge, and again you will find their findings actually attached to the key messages update, and they've been shared in the public domain. The key messages were that there's a good grasp on the scale and urgency of the challenges, that the overall strategy that Wirral is working to is appropriate, and the approach, pace and sequencing of change makes sense. There are significant risks but no alternatives. There is clear and visible leadership and an organisation that is up for change. There are underlying strengths in the organisation, and keep sharpening your strategic planning, risk management and thinking ahead. There are more details, and those are available backing up those headline statements actually attached to the key messages feedback. I think that one of the things that emerged was actually stressing the importance of member and officer development, and the board also really emphasised the importance of support for councillors in the new constituency committees at the neighbourhood and at the community representative level. We also, I think, highlighted the importance of the shared services work which has been discussed with us. On the 17th of May, the Chief Executive provided an update on progress including the budget and the corporate planning process, and plans to develop key transformational projects which are currently being considered. And we did receive a presentation, and again those presentations around the transformational change, around the changes in children's services and in adult services are all attached to the key messages document that we're bringing down, which might take a while to photocopy. Apologies for that. We then spent quite a bit of time on the improvement plan progress update, and we looked at the detail that had been prepared against the improvement plan and the achievements that had been made and the areas that still needed further development in terms of the improvement plan. And we wanted to stress the importance of shaping plans around the council's long-term future vision. What kind of council did Wirral Council want to be, and therefore the improvement we needed to lead towards what kind of council it saw itself as being in the future. And that we would actually look at, I think, the progress on the constitutional changes and members' involvement in risk management as part of the board's future plans. We also thought it was appropriate to look at some very high-level strategic outcomes that can help proactively guide the work of the improvement board. So actually rising above the detail of the improvement plan, where and what significant outcomes that the council trying to demonstrate in terms of showing their progress at a very strategic headline level. And so further work was to be undertaken through a small working group to bring that back to today's meeting. And I've already referred to the change management transformation presentation, which is the last item, where actually we received a very good presentation about how going forward Wirral Council wants to manage the change and transformation necessary to continue to provide quality services but at significantly lower cost, which is the challenge facing all councils. That is an update. I am really sorry that you couldn't be reading it with me as I went through that. I do hope that you've taken advantage of looking on the website in terms of actually getting an immediate key messages response, and that it is helpful to you that we are now attaching more detail in terms of the presentation slides as well, and putting those into the public domain, both from the peer challenge and from the presentations that we received from the Council. That actually concludes the business of the public meeting.